Hey people, this is Grim here. Welcome to another Grim report. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. I'm not in America. We went from, to Japan. And it's going to be here for at least a while, from what I understood what we were going to do. I might do more. I'm trying to go international, not just 50 states. Almost done with the states, decided to come to Japan. Just explain this while I get to the Onikuma. Onikuma is also known as the Demon Bear. From what Sarah gave me the information on, and our client gave us a little bit of information because they wanted us to do one of two things: catch it on film, or in another way, or and try not to get killed. Now, this bear lives in mountains, forests, and it's an omnivore. Onikuma used to be a common bear living in the forest, but over time it transformed to a yokai. It has a rather large, distinct size and walks on two legs. Now, it's just like an ordinary bear. It just keeps away from humans. Now, Onikuma is nocturnal and scavenge for food at night. It's very strong and can also become violent with human encounters. It is rare though, very rare. Some people hunt and kill this thing, especially when they start killing livestock and stealing from villagers. Special tactics. Thank you. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Now, the Onikuna is basically a large bear. A rather large bear that's lived a long time. And there is a specific way of killing this. Basically, you got to get a long, hollow tree or trunk. And they got a large, hollow trunk, and they put vines in it, and then to block the entrance, of course, and exit, and they started spearing it with guns and spears. That's what they did in the Kyoto era. And they killed several of them this way, and they were skinned. Each skin was spread out to cover about an area of 6 tatami mats, about 10 square meters or more. In addition, in Hokkaido, Hokkaido, a lot of the bears that attacked humans were feared as Onikuna, but they really wasn't proven. Now, these things live for many years. Basically, it could be hundreds of years over. And they get really increased strength. There are some stones that that they said that was given their size and placement. They are attributed to the Onikuma. Local tradition states that Onikunas throw these stones are larger than 10 people put together. Like I said, 10 people. But yeah, like I said, a hollow out large tree into a tube. A good lining, and use it, the method to kill the Onikuna. Blocked up the mountain nest of vines, and plunged poles through the holes, trunks into the nest, then destroying the Onikuna made its way to the opening. It would attack and be attacked by spears and stuff and guns. Basically, that's how you kill Onikuna. Spears and guns. And with a hole inside, it being inside a hollow tube. Well, a hollow tree. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of hard. But, was kind of hard. Trust me. It was no fun. But this is what happened. Okay? We went to Japan. And, not the main island. Oh man, there's so many islands in Japan, it's like discombobulating. I was still out of time zone. I think at one point we went to Tokyo, is where we went straight to Tokyo, because that's where Sarah's contact about this Onikuna was. This person just wanted to be captured, did not want it killed, it wanted it captured. Don't ask why. I guess they had something to do with it, or they liked the Onikuna, or they wanted to pet Onikuma. Onikuma. I don't know. I don't know, nor do I care. I was like, how do you want this captured? No, she explained how. I thought she just wanted captured on film. She wanted the actual Onikuma herself. Yeah, that's gonna... Not what we do, is what I told her. But she insisted. She said if we captured it alive, we would get paid double. I couldn't argue with that. I could not argue with that. Couldn't argue. So we set up. She gave us the area where to go, and she set up that area. We set up our campsites. She gave us at least a third of what we were going to get paid to get the gear and the equipment, and she already had a bunch of the areas set up. The trap and everything was set up, but we just needed to keep an eye on the trap, We need to get the thing where the trap was. Get the Onikuma where it was. Where the trap was. And a bunch of other that I don't even want to get into that she wanted us to do for some ritual purposes. Yeah. Not my favorite forte, but we did. We set it up, and then we went about trying to agitate any bear in the region that we could agitate. The specific one, she said, had like a gray stripe across one eye from the right side of his face to the left side of his face, going down to the left eye. It's a gray streak. I was like, okay. We had no idea what they wanted, other than capturing it, what she wanted to do with this thing. Wasn't our business. Is she going to set it up in a zoo? Was she going to keep it at her house? I advise her against doing either one, because if this thing can kill a horse and can kill goats and can eat cows and kills people, I would keep it away from civilization. She told me it was none of my business. And if I wanted to get paid, just to do as I was said, do as I was told. So I got Jim at one point, took him aside and said, if this gets out of hand, we're going to need to get rid of this thing. He nodded and he nodded and he said, I got something. Don't worry about it. Alright. I agreed with Jim. So, at one point, me and Sarah were setting up cameras and we heard it rustle in the bushes. About 2 or 3 miles away from base camp. Well, not miles, 2 or 3 yards away from base camp. Maybe 100 yards or 200 yards. It wasn't a couple of yards. I didn't keep track. I wasn't pacing. I'm not a yard keeper. I'm not a groundsman either. So, as we were setting up, the rustles in the bushes got louder and worse. Because then we started hearing bears making the noise bears do. And this was no small bear. This thing was huge. And it had the gray stripe that she was talking about. Even though it was more white than gray now. This bear was huge. It was over average bear height. How do I know this? Well, there was 2 average bears walking by it. Like they were following it. I don't know. And just as we were about to call, just as we were about to walk out of the forest and let the cameras do their work, Sarah's phone rang. It caught the attention of the bears. All 3 of them. Now, there was no way that I was going to take on a bear with just a kukri and nothing else. My luck, I had to. Because like I said, we were too far from camp. I told Sarah, get in a position, answer the phone, tell them that we're in trouble. I'll get the bears away from us. Because if I can distract at least 2 of them and get the 3rd bear's attention with those other 2 bears, Sarah can get out of there freely, quickly, make a phone call or get back to base. It doesn't matter. I was not thinking. So, to get their attention away from Sarah, because they started coming in our direction, I ran in front of them and threw a rock at the Onikuma. dumbest big mistake. Dumbest mistake ever made. One of the dumbest mistakes I've ever made. If you don't count the Alaska thing in Alaska. Yeah, that was kind of stupid too. So got their attention and then I started running as fast as I could as they started to follow me. The Onikuma was getting on me. The other two bears split off. And as I'm running, looking behind me, he's almost snout to my behind. Almost. He could have snapped my butt. He could have just grabbed it and just bit it off. Just it was about to go on its hind legs and maul me. I turn around and do something that pisses it off even more. I pull out my kukri and I cut at its nose and it cuts that bitch off. That nose goes flying. Now it wants to really kill me. So I continue to run as fast as possible. It's gaining on me. It is about to jump on me. Then I hear a gunshot. Pop! 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 Yeah. It's not a gun, it's a trank gun. They're shooting it with a tranquilizer. It falls on top of me. I'm like, oh crap, are you serious? They did this? They tranked this son of a bitch? What in the world did they do that for? This thing could have mauled me to death and they trank it? Well, we had done what we were paid to do. I came off with no scratch. But I did grab a hold of one of its teeth and cut it out. It was still asleep. Not mildly trained, heavily sedated. And the woman looked at me and she said, "What the hell did you do that for?" I said, "I was taking a freaking souvenir from this son of, if you like it or not." She shrugged and said, "Okay, I'll take it out of your pay." She took it out of my pay personally. I didn't care. I cut that thing's nose off. It was going to kill a friend of mine. All because they want to put this in some type of lab somewhere and study it. What makes this right? Right, people? Nothing. But we don't get paid to think. We get paid to do. So we captured it, we got paid, and we left that part of Japan. Look forward to more Japan adventures. Hopefully I don't get killed. Good luck and good night. Sorry guys for all the background noise. The lady above me decided to do the vacuuming early in the morning. Well, in the afternoon, sorry. Right now, this is in January. I do believe it's January the 4th of 2022. This is the first episode of 2022. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I might do a part 2 to this one. But it might come down later on. Because I'm really wanting to do more with Japan. But I'm going to do more Japan this month. It's going to be more Japan this month. There's going to be at least 3 episodes like normal, guys. With that said, thank you for all the subscribers. I'm at 116 now, right now. 216. Thank you. And I love you guys. You're the reason why I keep doing what I'm doing. With that said, good luck, good night, and God bless.